Hi, it's me again with Corel tips and tricks. The night I was playing around making a pattern and I just thought, maybe a few bit of insights to help you make it easier or better. One thing I've always had difficult with the spiral tool is I want that bottom piece or the end piece on the bottom. Well, that's very easily done. And one, you can rotate it. You ought to really be able to rotate it by, 45 degrees, but 90 degrees. But there's another way you can do it if you're just kind of playing around. And if you don't need that many curves, you can actually select that node with your shape tool, right click, and break it apart, and then take your virtual segment delete key and delete that line. Now you've got that on the bottom. Same thing if you don't want the final little curlicue, is probably the more the reason. Right click, break it apart, and you can actually just delete that. But I always reach for the virtual segment delete key. And what also is pretty cool about having it up and down is we're going to turn this into a pattern here. So I'm going to select it. I'm going to go and make it like 24 points. I'm going to double click on the pen tool, and I want the ends to be round. And then I actually want it in black, so we're going to make it black. But then I'm going to go, later on we'll use black, but right now I'm going to convert it to an object and actually left click, right click, and have this. So here's what, you could duplicate this down and then manually move it, but you could also use math because you've got these nodes right here. If we take the parallel dimension tool, and it really and truly, if we had, let's take some guidelines first. Let's use guidelines to kind of put right on those nodes, so you have an even measurement. And then take your parallel dimension tool and go from that very top node to not the last node, but that intersection right there. And we have 6.85. So if we take that away and we change our nudge factor to 6.85 and Control D and make a duplicate, it put it right on the money. Now, if I was going to make this pattern again, I'd probably alternate that, but we'll go ahead and keep going. So now we have the 4. We can move this kind of in the center of the screen. I actually made it quite a bit bigger this time. Then we need to do the exact same thing. So a lot of people don't think about, this thing is, it is 6.357 wide, but you don't need to duplicate it all the way across because we need to go, we're going to just eyeball it in the middle this time and then go, see, I'm going one short. So I'm going to go 6.02. So I can change my nudge factor to 6.02 and we'll see how close we are. I'm going to hit the plus key and hit my right arrow key, and we're right on the money. Then I'm going to take them all because they're an outline. I'll be able to weld them together, and look at that. I'm going to take my Smart Fill tool, set it on something besides yellow. Let's make it blue just for this one. Fill it in, and you see I have no leak. Now, you normally would not want this tail down here, so there's a way around that. You just kind of pick a rectangle where you want to start. Let's say in that corner, go to that corner and that corner, kind of go into the center of your item. They're welded together because you smart fill them, so we can grab them all and go right here to intersect. And now you have that pattern, and you can turn it blue or black or red or whatever color you want. Take away the outline. Pretty neat pattern. I mean, if I was going to do it again, I maybe would alternate, the sweep. But that's how to do it. So kind of using your parallel dimension tool to measure stuff instead of just manually moving it over. Anyway, I hope that helped a little bit. Thank you for watching.